SVB. It is the epicenter of tech startups, venture capital, Silicon Valley Bank. It is the 16th largest
collapse
bank.
of Silicon Valley Bank last week sent shockwaves through the banking
Shares
sector.
of the Swiss bank plunged to a record low on Wednesday.
Valley Bank becoming the second largest bank failure in U.S. history.
Prompted the Swiss central bank to step in to support credit.
Concerns over the troubled lender had earlier sent Asian stock markets. Collapses of two U.S. banks last week have sparked growing fears worldwide.
Week's actions demonstrate our resolute commitment to ensure that our financial system remains strong and that depositors' savings remain safe.
Well, good morning everyone. Hope you're doing good and having a great week. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for your support. And to all our viewers and those recently subscribed, thank you and welcome to this channel. So I thought I'll share something a little bit different today. We're going to talk a little bit about money, fiat currency, and how safe is your money in the current banking environment today. Before I move on, I'd just like to say that I'm not a professional financial advisor, and the views shared in these videos are my opinion only, and they should be taken with a grain of salt. With the current banking fiascos that we are seeing in the United States, we just received the latest news that Credit Suisse, a massive banking group in Switzerland, has been bought over by UBS to shore up its deposits. This has brought on much uncertainty among the public about the worldwide currency system, the fiat currencies that we are using now. Right on the screen, you can see the real money that will protect you in the event of a financial fiasco. All this beautiful silver over here. But what if you have still a fiat currency still in the banking system? How safe are your monies? And these are the questions posed to me by friends and families. And I thought I'll address that by talking a little bit in this video about the safety net provided to banks in Malaysia and Singapore. But before we get into that, do leave me a like if you enjoy this sort of content, and don't forget to share and subscribe. So, let's get into it. Alright, I'll start first with the Malaysian currencies. And the government agency tasked with protecting depositors in the Malaysian banking system is PIDM, or Perbadanan Insurance Deposit Malaysia, basically translating to the Insurance Deposit Body of Malaysia. This body will protect depositors up to 250,000 Malaysian ringgit, which is equivalent to around 56,000 US dollars with the current exchange today. Now, PIDM has set up the Deposit Insurance System, or DIS, which covers all commercial banks licensed under the Banking and Financial Institution Act of 1989, all Islamic banks licensed under the Islamic Banking Act of 1983, and foreign banks incorporated in Malaysia are also covered. The deposits eligible for protection under DIS are saving accounts, current accounts, fixed deposits, foreign currencies deposits, Islamic deposit accounts, bank drafts, checking accounts, and other payment instructions or instrument made against a deposit account. PIDM will protect your bank deposits and will promptly reimburse you on your insured deposit should a member bank fail. The protection is provided by PIDM automatically, no application is required, and there are no fees involved. For more information about their coverage and their list of member banks, do check out the PIDM website link, which I'll leave in the description text below. Okay, let's move on now to Singapore. And the government agency tasked with protecting depositors in Singapore is the Singapore Deposit Insurance Corporation, or SIDC. Now, SIDC has a scheme known as the Deposit Insurance Scheme, or DIS, similar to the one in Malaysia, which will protect each depositor or scheme member up to 75,000 Singapore dollars, which is equivalent to around 56,000 US dollars with the current exchange today. Now, all banks and finance companies in Singapore are required to be members of the Deposit Insurance Scheme. SDIC will insure Singapore dollar denominated deposits in any of its branches in Singapore, which includes deposits held in a saving account, in a fixed deposit account, in a current account, or any monies placed under the CPF Investment Scheme, CPF Retirement Sum Scheme, and the Supplementary Retirement Scheme, CPF being the Central Provident Fund of Singapore. which is a mandated retirement saving funds required for all Singaporeans and permanent residents. Now, because of the inclusion of CPF, the compensation for Singapore is a little bit more complicated. If a member bank fails, all your insured deposit with the bank are aggregated and insured up to 75,000 Singapore dollars. Any deposits placed by a DIS member under the CPF investment scheme or the CPF retirement sum scheme are aggregated and separately insured up to 75,000 Singapore dollars. As before, to learn more about the coverage provided by SIDC for its members, as well as the list of its member banks, do check out the link to the SIDC website, which will be available in the description text below. Well, alright, before I end this video, let me share with you some of my thoughts. While it's always a good idea to diversify your portfolio, it's important that we keep some cash in hand in case of any emergencies. As they always say, cash is king. It's good to know that your money will be protected and insured if you keep it in banks here in Singapore or Malaysia, but I think it's not a good idea to put all your monies into one basket. In my opinion, I will always keep cash at hand, a little bit of fiat currency at hand in case of any immediate emergencies, but some of my portfolio is invested in metals, in silver and gold. It has given me the peace of mind with all the bad news that have been going around with our banking system globally, and having all this silver here as well as gold does give me some reassurance that if anything bad were to happen to the financial system, at least I can fall back on them to protect myself and my family. And with that, I guess that will do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope the information shared during this short video answers some of the concerns and questions by my friends and families, as well as some viewers of the channel who have posed a similar question. At the time of this video release, the information shared is correct based on what I've learned from the websites. However, when you're watching this video, do check out the links in the website in the description, especially if you're from Malaysia and Singapore, to find the latest updates regarding the safety of your monies in the country's banking system. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, don't forget to leave me a like if you have enjoyed this content, and be sure to hit that share and subscribe buttons down here if you have not done so. As always, from everybody over here, please take care, be safe, and have a nice day.